everyone, it's Kevin. Welcome back to the channel. So I just got a 3D printer. This is something that I've been wanting for a pretty long time, and I finally pulled the trigger on getting one last week. Bambu Lab, which is the brand of 3D printer I decided to get, was having a sale for, I think its second anniversary, and I thought it was the perfect opportunity to finally get one. Ever since learning Blender a few years ago, I've been thinking of ways to implement it into my work, and I really like working with my hands and creating physical objects, and 3D printing was kind of at the top of my list. Although it seemed fascinating, it's always kind of intimidated me because when I look at some of other creators' setups, it just seems like it takes up so much space and there's a lot that goes into it in terms of like the filaments or the tools that people have. But I felt like, this was probably a good time to take it step by step and just learn about it and have fun with the process. I'm having a great time with it. So in this video, I'm gonna show you what that process looked like from start to finish, from getting the 3D printer to unboxing it, to setting it up, and then all the way to creating my first print. This is kind of a different format of a video because I think this is actually my first unboxing, but I wanted to walk you guys through what this experience was like, especially through the eyes of someone completely new to 3D printing. So with that said, let's get into it. Hey everyone, we're in my living room because I just got these packages in the mail. It's my 3D printer, so I'm really excited to open these up and dive in. I think this is the actual 3D printer, and then these two are the filaments. I decided to pull the trigger on getting a Bambu Lab printer. They were having a sale this month, and I had been looking at the printers for quite a long time, so I thought this was probably the perfect opportunity to get it. I was debating if I was going to get the X1C or the P1S. If you don't know, the X1C is their higher tier 3D printer, and the P1S is the one right below that. But I really just wanted a printer that was pretty convenient, and a lot of people had been saying that if you were more interested in kind of the design or something that was already like all in one and would help you focus on the design aspect of 3D printing, to go for either of those options. But since I'm new to the hobby in general, I thought maybe I should just do the P1S because it's something I need to wrap my head around and does seem intimidating, but again, I'm pretty excited about it. All right, so we're gonna start off with the 3D printer itself. So this big box, and funny thing, I don't have space, which is kind of funny. I really should have thought about this first because thinking about where I was going to put it, I was struggling for a very long time because my office is already super cramped and my living room is pretty cramped as well. But I was able to make space in the storage closet in the office, so I think that it'll do for now. I had to move a lot of things out of there in order to accommodate it. So I'm gonna rip this open, and honestly the shipping was really fast because I had ordered this I think like a week and a half ago. They were just so quick. I actually thought it was gonna take much longer than that, but I was very surprised with the shipping speed. Okay, so we have a lot of packing materials, and right there we have the 3D printer. So I'm just gonna remove these. There's also a quick start guide that comes with this. Okay, all right. So I'm gonna try to pull this baby out. Yeah, probably just carefully. Got over here safe and sound. Yeah, I guess this is it. This is actually a great size. I was worried it was going to be bigger than this, so I'm actually pleasantly surprised. I think this is a pretty good size for the space that I have made in that closet. And yeah, so in it I think we have a bunch of other items here. I guess we have some PLA, which is wrapped. I guess one thing that I've learned in my research of 3D printing is that these can get affected by moisture. So I guess there's certain precautions that you really need to take when storing this. PLA, PATG. Again, completely new to this hobby, so I really hope to familiarize myself with all of this in the coming weeks. This is, I guess, a PLA basic. Oh, it's orange too. It does have some desiccant there, I assume. Yeah, to make sure it keeps dry. And then this is another basic filament. This is great. Another thing is these are boat model component. Oh, okay. Is this like a, I guess there's like a motor. So this is like a, I think from some videos I've seen, this is like one of the very first test objects that you can print. But I assume that that part right there is kind of a motor, so you can actually make it motorized, which is pretty neat. That's cool. Okay, and I believe that should be it in terms of everything that came in this box. So here we have the actual 3D printer. Wow, this is really nice. This looks so sleek. I really like the look of this. So I definitely want to be referencing this, which is the quick start guide, but I'm just gonna try to remove some of these like plastics that are holding it all together. I'm really happy that I finally pulled the trigger on 3D printer because it's, again, it's something that I've been wanting for a while, but I think, you know, with any hobby, I always wanna make sure that I do as much research as I can before diving in, but it's also one of those things where you'll kind of learn along the way. I really like working with physical objects and, you know, my hands, so this is obviously gonna be really exciting and scratch that itch. All right, okay, so this, oh, this is nuts. Okay, so it's got some really strong tape holding it down. So it opens from the front and I guess from the top as well. Nice. Sorry. This is very fun. Look at that. This is nice. Okay, so, oh, there's a lot of stuff inside the printer itself. The idea of this is really exciting, but I think it's more that I just want to make sure that I am setting it up all correctly and I'm not missing anything and I don't break anything during setup. Now I can take this off. Oh, wow. Nice. Okay. Nice glass panel there. I guess we have a bunch of components inside the actual printer and more support packaging. Oh, okay. So yes, these are, I guess, the power components. Yes, it does come with a bunch of stuff that I'm gonna have to open up and examine, and then let's see. Oh, this is the AMS, so I guess the multicolor printer attachment, which honestly got me really excited about the possibilities of what you could do with this printer. Tom, my brother-in-law, he did a lot of like 3D printing before and piqued my curiosity about starting this hobby, so kind of have him to thank for you know, wanting to pursue this. But yes, he's also a YouTuber, an amazing YouTuber at that. He specializes in audio and video, so if you want to check him out, I'll put a link below. But he also just is such a creative person. He loves to just, you know, work with fun things. I'm gonna cut this up. There we go. Okay. But yeah, I think he had a print that someone made with their the multicolored Bambu Lab printer. And it was a keychain. And I was like, whoa, this looks so good. It looked really awesome. And it just got me excited about wanting to make products or, you know, just things with it. Is this desiccant? Yep, this is more desiccant. I wonder if this is bolted in. It probably is. I I shouldn't be like tampering with it like that. Oh, gotcha. Okay. All right. It's all here. All the components are here. AMS is connected into the printer, so I'm going to have to remove that. Yeah, I really like the size of this thing. It's pretty nice. Okay. All right. This is all that comes in there. Exciting. All right, so I'm gonna open up those other two boxes. Here we have our first box. And again, I think these are just the filaments. It's the only other thing I ordered. With these, I actually just wasn't sure what to get, but because they were having a sale, I just got excited. I was just went color happy. Okay, so here we have, I don't really know if I should open it because I want to make sure that it's stored correctly. I'm going to, so this is a desert tan with the spool. Desert tan. Oh, here we go. Okay, well that's good news. Okay, so these, they all come vacuum sealed and they have a desiccant in there, but yeah, this is desert tan. That looks nice. See, I really like these colors. I really wanted to, honestly, I didn't really know what kind of colors to pick. I just picked every single color that looked cool. And this one I got Scarlet Red. And this is, I think, a PLA matte. Yeah, PLA matte. So I mostly got matte materials. I think a lot of the regular ones were sold out. I wasn't sure if when they would be coming back, so I decided not to wait and just get everything at once. But oh, this is Scarlet Red PLA. Interesting. So I think, to be honest, I think it would be safe if I just kind of took them out. I do have a cart that I set up right next to the space that I plan on keeping the printer. So I think I'm gonna keep those in this cart and I think that'll be good. So yeah, I'm just gonna go through and probably take these out. This one is just PLA matte, ivory white. It's just a white one. So yeah, I did see a video of this YouTuber checking out a bunch of the different materials that you could get with through Bambu Lab, and everything just looks so cool. But I think what really stuck out to me were the matte materials. So that's the reason why I think I bought a lot of them. But yeah, this is the PLA matte. To be honest, I don't think you're gonna be able to see kind of a difference except the color unless I took this out, but I don't want to take it out because I don't plan on using it just yet. So we'll just, we'll leave it there. All right, so here I have that second box. It's a little bit larger because I think this includes more orders. Like that other box only included 2 or 3 spools, and it's probably gonna include the 6 other ones that I bought. I think I bought like 12 maybe? I have no idea. I'll have to see. Whoa, oh my goodness. Okay, so these are the rest of the PLAs that I ordered. And I think there's about 10 here, which is exciting. So here we have charcoal, we have sakura pink, we have ice blue, we have dark brown. I think this one is mandarin orange, lemon yellow. This one is a latte brown. This is a marine blue, bamboo green, nice, and then grass green. And a lot of them are all of them are pretty much just PLA matte, except PLA basic, which is funny because that is also green. But you know what? I like green. You can never have enough green, I guess. Okay, guys, so this is all of the packages after opening them. Yeah, this is really exciting. Got a bunch of different colors. I think about 12 spools here. So now I'm ready to position this in that space in the closet and get started. In this corner, I'm gonna try to put the 3D printer. I know that it's not recommended to put the 3D printer directly on carpet, so I have some sort of a marble slab, but I am going to see if that's sufficient. I hope, this setup is gonna be okay, but we shall see. All right, I mean, we'll have to see. I don't know if that's gonna be okay. I was just checking for space just to see if this was gonna work. I obviously don't have the power cords or the AMS on top of it, but yeah, we're going to see, but I don't know if this granite slab seems fine. I hope it's fine. I think it'll do for now, but you know, we'll see if I need to reinforce that somehow. I'm just gonna stick my PLA filaments like this over here. They actually fit pretty nicely. I think as I start printing stuff and seeing how obviously things work, I'll probably need to store these a certain way. Blue, light. Okay, so what was inside of all of that stuff is this. Here I think we have the power cords. We also have a screen adapter, but I'm gonna dive into all of this right now so that I can start to get it all set up and then start printing. All right, so I had to run out and get a new power strip that was long enough to connect to the wall. I completely forgot to get one, so I wasn't able to continue with the setup yesterday, but we should have everything today. Also, after doing more research, I think I need to find a better way to store this PLA because in that room, the main room where my office is, I have a lot of plants there where I need to keep the humidity at a certain percentage, around 40 to 60%. So because it needs to be a little bit wetter in there, I'm a little bit afraid for how I'm gonna store all of these filaments. I don't know, maybe I'm just being paranoid, but I just wanna, you know, obviously be a little bit careful with how I'm setting everything up. So I'll try to figure out some sort of a solution and yeah, we'll see. So now I'm just gonna continue on with finishing the setup of the printer. So I did put this AMS insert on top of the printer and then I connected it in the back. I don't believe, there are some screws that are holding the hotbed down, but I don't believe it has any. So I think I'm just gonna continue on with turning it on and then hopefully I can be finished soon. Okay, I'm just removing the plastic bag for these desiccant bags. So I'm just gonna put this over here and then. Okay, now as far as loading up the spools, I think I'm just gonna put only one for now and then we'll go from there. So I'm gonna open the basic one that they gave me. Interesting, there's a desiccant bag here. I'll probably save this because this is gonna be pretty helpful in case when I figure out a storage solution for the other filaments. How do I know if I have no idea if I'm doing that right. We'll see. Turn on the power to start the printer. Okay, I'm just gonna turn on the power. Okay, before use, please make sure that you have read the user manual carefully, okay? Before use, please make sure that you have removed the screw fixed. Okay, I don't believe I have any screws here, so I think we should be fine. My region. Okay, so I just set it up on the app and now it's going to start a self-test and then I'll try to remove these foam things once it starts. It's alive. Nice. Whoa. This is so cool. All right, so it's currently self-testing right now, making a lot of noises. Whoa, fun. I also wanted to apologize if my sound in the first part of the video was really blown out. It's my first time recording with these microphones, so I'm still trying to understand how to adjust the gain and get used to it, but yeah, hopefully it'll get better here on out. Whoa. I feel like it's about to go take off into space right now. The self-test is complete, and now I'm gonna update the firmware. Okay, so the firmware update is complete, and now I am going to start selecting my first print. This is pretty exciting. Yeah, so I think the first print that I want to try is this Benchy. I don't know if I need to keep this closed or if I could just keep it open. It's fine. Okay, so it says it's gonna take about 26 minutes to print. I really hope I set up everything correctly, because I don't know how, if I set up the spool all the way. I mean, I'll definitely find out soon. Okay, yep, the spool seems fine now. That's good news. Let's hope this first print is a good one. All right, so it's currently printing right now, and just from some basic observation, I don't think this base is gonna be sufficient enough. Again, I have it on a really thin marble slab, granite slab, and I think, I mean, it's fine right now, but I just don't feel comfortable just leaving it there. I want something a little bit bigger, so I'm going to get that probably shortly after this print. But so far, it's looking pretty cool. Yeah. I kind of feel like I'm waiting for cookies to bake. Oh, whoa. See, it's shaking pretty rapidly. I don't know, maybe that is normal, but no. I mean, it's clearly not on a stable base. That's user error. So, but whoa, it's looking pretty cool. This is so awesome just to see it like forming into a little boat. I like it. Okay, so the print just finished. I think it took a little bit over 20 minutes. And I was kind of worried because the base that I have it on honestly isn't very stable, but it seems like it actually printed out pretty well. All right, so let me open this up. Whoa, there it is. Oh, the Benchy. Whoa. That's it. This is so awesome. How cool. Now, to be honest, I really would like to know about printer qualities. I'll probably learn about this as I keep doing more prints, but I wonder if this is because I didn't put the printer on a stable base, but I don't know, we'll see. But I am super happy with this. This is awesome. So cool. My first 3D print. Now maybe I can put that motor on it. We'll see. I think as the AMS changes colors, or I guess gets prepared, it's going to discard some of these artifacts. So I need to probably print some bucket. All right, so I loaded in a few more filaments just to complete the whole AMS, and I'm gonna test out another model that I found on the app. I think it's a Luffy from One Piece, so we'll see how this works out. This is gonna take an hour, I think. Whoa, so it even recognized like the colors that I've installed, and except the first one, but that's pretty awesome. Okay, so I did send the Luffy figure to the printer, and we'll see how it turns out. All right, the Luffy is done, and whoa, that looks so good. Oh, wow. All right, so after those prints, I decided to print a few more and do more experiments using the slicer software, which is, I guess, how you translate 3D models into things that are prepared for 3D printing. And I ended up creating this trellis for one of my plants. So this trellis, which is these two rectangles here that provide support to these vines, this was super easy to create. I just quickly designed it in Blender, took it into the slicer software, and was able to print it in less than 20 minutes. Honestly, this is just super mind-blowing that I was able to make this. But after that, I thought maybe I could just use my own characters that I have designed, like Maxwell and Theo. And so the first experiment that I ended up doing was this little Maxwell keychain, which was really easy to do as well. I already had these vector files prepared, and then I took it into Blender 3D and then extruded it to give it some height, and then I took it into the slicer software and then selected the colors and was able to print this in a pretty short amount of time. I also had this extra chain here, and so now I have a keychain. After that, I created a Theo doppelganger, which was what is shown at the beginning of this video. Obviously, the real Theo doesn't like this one, but this was super easy to create as well. I'm just, honestly, I'm just having so much fun being able to translate my designs into like a physical space. So this was just super easy to do. It's not the real, it doesn't beat the real thing. I still like the real thing, but you know, I try to do a little bit more research and, you know, took a look at, you know, what other things that people were creating, and I decided to experiment printing these already made designs of this Sanji from One Piece. He's actually my favorite character. But this apparently was made with HueForge, which is a program that allows you to do like filament painting. I guess that's like a technique. The 3D printer prints in layers of varying thickness. Correct me if I'm wrong, I don't know. But it allows other colors to be seen through the other layers so that it can add a little bit more detail. But oh my goodness, this is so cool. It's like textured. You can actually see some of the layers here, and I didn't even think you could create something like this with 3D printing, but this is super awesome. And so this was a Sanji, and then I decided to print this Squirtle over here, which is also really cool. I mean, this required 3 different colors, but it just looks really textured. It doesn't even look 3D printed at all. Anyways, I really hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. I'm just super happy that I was able to finally get a 3D printer and, you know, create things that I've been wanting to for a long time. I feel like I still have a lot to learn about 3D printing, and I'm just super excited to dive into it and, you know, keep on going. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to leave them below. Thanks again, and see you guys in the next video.